look crazy today. What up, though? What up, though? I wonder if I gotta do this every time. Do I have this every time? Like, every time I sign in? Like, every time? Every time I'm probably gonna have to sign in. I don't want nothing picking up, so let me turn this down somehow. Twitch fam, what it do? Welcome to the chat, child. Let me get my other folks on here, because I is alert, of course. Ooh, this is working out like something dirty as. Oh, and G. Hopefully this will work correctly today. All right, we are live on both. Let go. Got a good one in line today. Got a good one. When the folks start plowing in, then we'll get into today's topic. I know I'd be looking a hot mess on this Twitch chair. One day I'll get dressed. Once I get my hair done again, chair. I'd be so lazy. I hate getting dressed now. Hey, chef. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We got a good one today. Good one, good one, good one. You are early, chef. You are my first contestant on DD Parker's Price is Right. But you are the first one. We are going to get into it. When I'm going to give these folks 30 more seconds, chef, and then we'll get into today's topic. Because I know I'm going to have to do a bunch of repeating, but it is all to the good. All to the G. All to the G. What up, Twitch fam? Those that are on Twitch with me, hanging out with me today. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hello. You're my first contestant. Like I said, I'm actually early today, considering that I'm usually late. But it's all good. We are here. We are here, and we are doing this thing. Chev, we'll get into it. And then the other folks can just catch up. So a woman says a lot of women are single because they don't know how to be quiet. And let's get into the clip. What she's talking about here. Let me turn this up.
Y'all got to go around acting like y'all the man in the relationship, and it's sickening.
I love her accent.
Especially the women who got good men that go to work, take care, and provide for their household. You got women going around saying they the head of the house. They run stuff. They the money maker. You know how dishonoring that is to your husband who take care of you, who go to work every day while you home sitting in the house? He don't want to come home to you nagging. Be quiet. No, they got to go around stating that they the head of the house. No, you're not. It's the man that rules over his wife, and it's supposed to be the head of the house. You know how embarrassing that is to your husband? You know how weak that make him look? That you going around saying you run stuff? For real, it's the man that rules over the house, not the woman. You know how embarrassing that is for a man, a good man? And we're not talking about these simps out here. We're talking about a real man who go to work, who buy his food, who take care of him, who house protect, who build, who maintain the house. Women, y'all supposed to be quiet and make the house a home. Y'all the head of the house. No, y'all not. It's the men. And when I'm not, and these women better not be in the comment. I make my own money. I don't care about none of that. Let's see how long it take you to find a husband. If you keep barking up that tree, be quiet. And if you can't be quiet, I'll see you at the age of 60. You can talk then. See how you doing and how many cats you got.
Ooh. Does she have a point though, chef? Does she have a point? Is this the reason, hey mama, is this the reason why women are single? Because they can't be quiet. Listen, don't shoot the messenger, okay? She's the one that said it. So, mama, we're talking about a woman says that a lot of women are single because they don't know how to be quiet. And then we'll go back and play this clip. Hello, whoever just joined on Twitch. Here we go.
Know how to be quiet. Y'all got to go around acting like y'all the man in the relationship. And it's sickening. Especially the women who got good men that go to work, take care, and provide for their household. You got women going around saying they the head of the house. They run stuff. They the money maker. You know how dishonoring that is to your husband who take care of you, who go to work every day while you home sitting in the house? He don't want to come home to you nagging. Be quiet. No, they got to go around stating that they the head of the house. No, you're not. It's the man that rules over his wife, and it's supposed to be the head of the house. You know how embarrassing that is to your husband? You know how weak that make him look? That you going around saying you run stuff? For real, it's the man that rules over the house, not the woman. You know how embarrassing that is for a man, a good man? And we're not talking out here. We talking about a real man who go to work, who value his home, who take care of his home, who provide, who protect, who build, who maintain the house. Women, y'all supposed to be quiet and make the house a home. Y'all the head of the house. No, y'all not. It's the men. And when I'm not, and these women better not be in the comment, I make my own money. I don't care about none of that. That's how long it take you to find a husband. If you keep barking up that tree, be quiet. And if you can't be quiet, I'll see you at the age of 60. You can talk then.
I mean, does she have some valid points? Chef said, yeah, she's right. Is that why a lot of women are single? Because they don't know how to be quiet. Hey, the Real Major Beats. Is that why a lot of women are single? Because they don't know how to be quiet. Let's talk about it today. Let's get into it. Remember, this is a judgment-free zone. No judgments over here. So, that means you have the right to say what it is and how you feel without being judged. But does she have a point? Is that why a lot of women are single? Because they don't know how to shut the F up. I'm just being honest. And, two, I mean, she had some good valid points in there. Women are not allowing men to be the head of the household. So, I'm going to replay this clip for the new folks. Mama says she disagree. All right, Mama, go on. Tell us why you disagree with what she says, and I'm going to play this clip again
now,
for the new folks.
A lot of y'all single because y'all don't know how to be quiet. Y'all got to go around acting like y'all the man in the relationship, and it's sickening. Especially the women who got good men that go to work, take care, and provide for their household. You got women going around saying they the head of the house. They run stuff. They the money maker. You know how dishonoring that is to your husband who take care of you, who go to work every day while you home sitting in the house? He don't want to come home to you nagging. Be quiet. No, they got to go around stating that they the head of the house. No, you're not. It's the man that rules over his wife, and it's supposed to be the head of the house. You know how embarrassing that is to your husband? You know how weak that make him look? That you going around saying you run stuff? For real. It's the man that rules over the house, not the woman. You know how embarrassing that is for a man, a good man? And we're not talking about these simps out here. We're talking about a real man who go to work, who value his home, who take care of his home, who provide, who protect, who build, who maintain the house. Women, y'all supposed to be quiet and make the house a home. Y'all the head of the house. No, y'all not. It's the men. And when I'm not, and these women better not be in the comment, I make my own money. I don't care about none of that. Let's see how long it take you to find a husband. If you keep barking up that tree, be quiet. And if you can't be quiet, I'll see you at the age of 60.
Mama said these men don't want to be the head anymore. Being the head is more than just claiming it. Okay, Mama. Mama has a good point there. Being the head is more than just claiming it. Hey, Bam Bam. First time. Welcome to the chat, Bam Bam. Appreciate you for hopping on the Twitch. All right, I got to do this break real quick. But Bam Bam, don't go anywhere. I'll tell you what we're talking about and play the clip again because Mama's on IG and you on Twitch. So hold on for me 1 second while we do this break. I knew that was going to happen because this thing sucks, this stand. So Carrie Hilson wasn't lying about this Beyonce diss record? We'll talk in 7 minutes. It's 98.7 Kiss. So today's topic is, a woman says a lot of women are single because they don't know how to be quiet. And I'm sorry if I have to keep replaying this clip. But I have folks that keep jumping on and off, but I'm going to replay the clip so you can hear it
Right
and
now,
you can let me know how you feel about this.
Be quiet. Y'all got to go around acting like y'all the man in the relationship, and it's sickening. Especially the women who got good men that go to work, take care, and provide for their household. You got women going around saying they the head of the house. They run stuff. They the money maker. You know how dishonoring that is to your husband who take care of you, who go to work every day while you home sitting in the house? He don't want to come home to you nagging. Be quiet. No, they got to go around stating that they the head of the house. No, you're not. It's the man that rules over his wife, and it's supposed to be the head of the house. You know how embarrassing that is to your husband? You know how weak that make him look? That you going around saying you run stuff? For real. It's the man that rules over the house, not the woman. You know how embarrassing that is for a man, a good man? And we're not talking about these simps out here. We're talking about a real man who go to work, who value his home, who take care of his home, who provide, who protect, who build, who maintain the house. Women, y'all supposed to be quiet and make the house a home. Y'all the head of the house. No, y'all not. It's the men. And when I'm not, and these women better not be in the comment. I make my own money. I don't care about none of that. Let's see how long it take you to find the.
All right, so this woman says a lot of women are single because they don't know how to be quiet. So we're talking about that today and how you feel about what she just said. So Mama said she sounds like having a man is all women strive for. I don't know if I got that from her. If having a man is all women strive for. I don't know if I got that from her. What I did get is I get what she's saying. I definitely get what she's saying. I get what she's saying. I definitely get what she's talking about. Because some women do feel like, because if they make a certain amount of money, then they control what goes on in their household. So I understand what she is saying to a point. So I didn't get that part, Mama. And it sounds like she's saying like having a man is all a woman strive for. I think what she's saying is why a lot of y'all of us women are single is because we don't know how to shut up and let a man lead. But going back to your one point, Mama, you said these men don't want to be the head anymore. Being the head is more than just claiming it. So, and I agree with you, Mama, on that part. It's layers and levels to this ish. You know what I'm saying? I think some men, and no disrespect to you men, I think some of you do want to be the leader, but some of y'all don't know how to lead, if that makes sense. Some of y'all, I didn't say all of y'all. Some of y'all. Lavelle said, that's tough, LOL. I think both parties can depend on each other. Okay, I can respect that, Lavelle. He said, that's tough. But is it women who don't know how to be quiet, or is it, I get men don't know. You guys say that women don't know how to be quiet, but sometimes I think in certain situations that folks strive, especially when you're in a heated argument, yeah, a woman, if we're going back and forth, you're expecting us to be quiet and just take whatever you guys dish out, and that's realistically not how that works. If anybody is messing with you, of course you're going to defend yourself. So no, you're not going to be quiet. You're going to defend yourself. Hey, Nick. So, I mean, in that aspect, because, baby, I'm guilty of it. In an argument, I'm not shutting up. Especially if you coming for me. I'm going to come for you. I'm sorry. It is what it is. Bam Bam said, some women don't know how to be quiet, but at the same time, some men don't know how to lead. There you go. I agree with that right there. Some women don't know how to be quiet, and then you have some men that don't know how to lead. So thank you, Bam Bam. Lavelle said, my timing is horrible, LOL. So ultimately, I agree with her, but it can go both ways. I just really think it depends on the situation. What up, Tizzle? All right, because I got some new folks on here, so I hate it, but I have to repeat myself. A woman says a lot of women are single because they don't know how to be quiet. I'm going to play this clip back. Here we go.
Right now,
hey, Mr. Awesome.
Y'all single because y'all don't know how to be quiet. Y'all got to go around acting like y'all the man in the relationship, and it's sickening. Especially the women who got good men that go to work, take care, and provide for their household. You got women going around saying they the head of the house. They run stuff. They the money maker. You know how dishonoring that is to your husband who take care of you, who go to work every day while you home sitting in the house? He don't want to come home to you nagging. Be quiet. No, they got to go around stating that they the head of the house. No, you're not. It's the man that rules over his wife, and it's supposed to be the head of the house. You know how embarrassing that is to your husband? You know how weak that make him look? That you going around saying you run stuff? For real, it's the man that rules over the house, not the woman. You know how embarrassing that is for a man, a good man? And we're not talking about these simps out here. We're talking about a real man who go to work, who value his home, who take care of his home, who provide, who protect, who build, who maintain the house. Women, y'all supposed to be quiet and make the house a home. Y'all the head of the house. No, y'all not. It's the men.
I just wish I could see her face.
Women better not be in the comment. I make my own money. I don't care about none of that. Let's see how long it take you to find a husband if you keep barking up that tree. Be quiet. And if you can't be quiet, I'll see you at the age of 60. You can talk then. See how you doing and how many cats you got.
Dig, why we gotta have cats though, sis? I'm just saying. Why we gotta have cats though, sis? I'm just saying. But does she have a point? Is that why is that why a lot of women are out here struggling to find love, because we don't know how to be quiet? And like I said, to me, I feel like it depends on the circumstance. You know, in every situation, hell no, I'm not gonna be quiet. Hell yeah, I got something to say back. But hold on, I'm gonna hold that thought. What are your thoughts? Let me know. Hold on. The best R&B 98.7 Kiss, TD Parker in your middays on your pre-Friday Eve. Happy Thursday to you. Just hang in there. You got one more day. Trust me. All right, so was Carrie Hilson lying about this whole Beyonce diss record, child? As she sat down and did a recent interview yesterday and explained the situation and revealed that producer Polo LaDon pressured her into recording that diss track, which was written by Esther and aimed at Beyonce and Ciara. Wait a minute, when did Cece get these stray bullets, chill? And who is Esther? So Esther Dean is the one, has since issued an apology to Carrie Hilson, and she says, and I quote, I submitted a lot of verses for that remix. One got picked, and it was co-written with Carrie. Looking back, it was childish and didn't age well. I see how it hurt people, especially women, and I take full accountability. You just ruined Carrie Hilson's career, girl. I have worked with and supported many women since, but that doesn't erase the moment. I'm sorry for my part in it. Growth is real, and so is this apology. Is it really, though, Esther, girl? Is it really, though, Esther? And how long did it take for you to issue this apology? Because you just left Carrie Hilson out there, okay? Just out there, okay? If you was a bust and you backed it up, yeah, you did that to Carrie. But are you buying what Esther Dean is saying? Are you accepting this apology? And we now forgiving Carrie for that Beyonce diss since she said she wasn't the one that did it? Let me know. Hit me up on IG at IamDeeDee Parker. That's IamDeeDee Parker. More on the way. It's 98.7 Kiss, the best R&B. All right, we're back. What up, baby Brock? Lavelle said, yeah, I agree with her. Speaking out and saying who runs stuff does not need to be said. What up, baby Rock? Mr. Austin said, do shy girls count? Hey, Emily. Thank you for following. Once I figure this Twitch out, I'm going to follow you back. I promise you. Bam Bam said, I didn't get that she was saying be quiet during an argument. She was saying that some women say too much as far as claiming to be head, and basically the man ain't nothing. All right, so for my new folks on here, hey, Emily. I think I said that right. I hope I said that right. _70 on Twitch. And I got my folks on IG. So welcome to the party. We're basically talking about a woman says a lot of women are single because they don't know how to be quiet. And take a listen to what she had to say about this whole situation.
Right now, a lot of y'all single because y'all don't know how to be quiet. Y'all got to go around acting like y'all the man in the relationship. And it's sickening. Especially the women who got good men that go to work, take care, and provide for their household. You got women going around saying they the head of the house. They run stuff. They the money maker. You know how dishonoring that is to your husband who take care of you, who go to work every day while you home sitting in the house? He don't want to come home to you nagging. Be quiet. No, they got to go around stating that they the head of the house. No, you're not. It's the man that rules over his wife and it's supposed to be the head of the house. You know how embarrassing that is to your husband? You know how weak that make him look? That you going around saying you run stuff? For real, it's the man that rules over the house, not the woman. You know how embarrassing that is for a man, a good man? And we're not talking about these simps out here. We're talking about a real man who go to work, who value his home, who take care of his home, who provide, who protect, who build, who maintain the house. Women, y'all supposed to be quiet and make the house a home. Y'all the head of the house. No, y'all not. It's the men. And I'm not. And these women better not be in the comment.
I love her accent. Her accent is everything.
Let's see how long it take you to find a husband if you keep barking up that tree. Be quiet. And if you can't be quiet, I'll see you at the age of 60. You can talk then. See how you doing. How many cats you got?
Why we gotta have cats, sis? I'm just saying, why we gotta have the cats though? Hey, auntie. Going back to what Bam Bam said, I gotta drive now, but still locked in. Thank you, Bam Bam. Going back to what Bam Bam said, he said, I didn't get that she was saying be quiet during an argument. She's saying that some women say too much as far as claiming to be the head, and basically the man ain't nothing. So going back to, because I was saying that it's kind of hard, especially like when you're having an argument with your significant other, like for you to just be a doormat and not say nothing or whatever. Because baby, it is, when me and mine, I'm gonna say something back, you know what I'm saying? Because at this point I feel like I'm on the defense. I'm on the defense when it comes to that. So like, okay, men, I guess I have the question is for the men. When is she talking about be quiet? Because it can't be, and I get what I get what you're saying, Bam Bam. She's saying like, don't get out here and be dogging your men saying, oh, I'm the head of the house. I get that part. But what if she's not doing none of that? You know what I'm saying? What if, it's just, maybe she's gonna voice her opinion during a disagreement or, an argument, or maybe she has something to say, I don't know. What are you guys' thoughts on this? Again, we're talking about, a woman says a lot of women are single because they don't know how to be quiet. And then I'll play the clip for you again.
Right now, a lot of y'all single because y'all don't know how to be quiet. Y'all got to go around acting like y'all the man in the relationship, and it's sickening. Especially the women who got good men that go to work, take care, and provide for their household. You got women going around saying they the head of the house. They run stuff. They the money maker. You know how dishonoring that is to your husband who take care of you, who go to work every day while you home sitting in the house? He don't want to come home to you nagging. Be quiet. No, they got to go around stating that they're the head of the house. No, you're not. It's the man that rules over his wife, and it's supposed to be the head of the house. You know how embarrassing that is to your husband? You know how weak that make him look? That you going around saying you run stuff? For real, it's the man that rules over the house, not the woman. You know how embarrassing that is for a man, a good man? And we're not talking about these simps out here. We're talking about a real man who go to work, who value his home, who take care of his home, who provide, who protect, who build, who maintain the house. Women, y'all supposed to be quiet and make the house a home. Y'all the head of the house. No, y'all not. It's the men. And when I'm not, and these women better not be in the comment, I make my own money. I don't care about none of that. Let's see how long it take you to find a husband. If you keep barking up that tree, be quiet. And if you can't be quiet.
All right, so you heard it. You heard the audio. Does she have some valid points? Is that why women are single out here nowadays? Because, they're out here pounding their chest saying, I'm the leader of the house. I'm the one. She has some points. Don't get me wrong, because there are some, not all, women, who, I will say won't allow a man to lead. I'll say that. I'll give you that, fellas. But Mama has a point, because Mama said, and I'll quote, we'll go back to what Mama said. I'm going back to what you said. Mama had a point. These men don't want to be the head anymore. Being the head is more than just claiming it. So, Mama does have a point. Because some of these men seem like they're okay playing the back role. To me, it seems like some of these men, it seems like some of y'all want to lead when it's convenient for y'all, if that makes sense. When it's convenient for y'all to lead, that's when y'all want to lead. But when you don't want to lead, then you want to put it on the woman. Does that make sense? What I'm saying, y'all? So, I mean, and that's just my opinion. Nobody else's opinion. It just seems like that, when it's time for y'all and when y'all feel like y'all want to lead, y'all want to play that position. But, not always do y'all want to step up to that plate. Baby Rock said, facts, yo. Be quiet means exactly what she said. Oh my God. To stop tearing your man down and allow him to lead. Unfortunately, blacks aren't used to having much. So when y'all make more, you don't know how how to handle it. Ooh, baby Barack. I'm going to read this again. He said, facts, yo. Be quiet means exactly what she said. Stop tearing your man down and allow him to lead. Unfortunately, blacks aren't used to having much, so when y'all make more, you don't know how to act with it. I agree with you a little bit, baby Barack, to an extent, because I do feel like once we get a little bit of money, we lose our damn mind. So you got a point right there, guy. You have a very valid point right there. But what does that mean, baby Barack? Be quiet means be quiet. So that means I can't say nothing in the relationship. I don't have no type of input, you know what I'm saying? And again, I got to go back to what I said. I feel like for some men, y'all lead when it's convenient to lead. And then when you don't want the responsibility then it's like, okay, well, what do you want to do? What do you want to do? Again, these are my opinions. So I don't know. Y'all very quiet on this chat today. And FYI for my Twitch fam, this is an interactive chat. We talk back and forth to one another. That's how we do it. I'm on Twitch. I'm on IG. And I got folks on here talking. I got folks talking on my IG. And I got folks talking on Twitch. Again, this is a judgment-free zone. We don't do no judging over here. So whatever you feel, however you feel, cool. Let's discuss. That's all I'm saying. So again, a woman says a lot of women are single because they don't know how to be quiet. And I got a lot of my fellas on here who are somewhat in agreement to what she is saying. Ladies, y'all are very quiet today. Are we, you feeling this? What these fellas is saying in their agreement? Hold on. Baby Brock said, no, you have all rights to speak up in the relationship, but you got to be quiet when tearing your man down. But why are you tearing? I guess I got another question, baby Brock. Why are you tearing your man down to begin with? Now, understand, in arguments, ish happens. And you say a lot of ish in arguments that you don't necessarily, or you might mean. Hold on one second. Yeah, I'm doing two things at once. The best R&B 98.7 Kiss. Coming up for you at the top of the hour, I got your chance to check out some legends in the Legends of Laughter tour hitting the city this weekend. That is all coming up for you at the top of the hour. So make sure you got it right here to 98.7 Kiss, the best R&B. Let go. So, I understand, like, what you're talking about, baby Brock. But like I said, ish happens, in arguments. Sometimes you say things that you don't necessarily mean in these arguments, or you may mean them in these arguments. So are you referring to that? Like when you get into it with the person? Because if I'm not mistaken, y'all both taking jibs at one another. So just a little further explanation on that, baby Barack. Just to clarify, what are we exactly, when are you wanting the woman to shut the F up? Like, that's the part I'm confused with. So, fellas, you're going to have to help me out with this one today. When is it you want the female to shut the F up? Because if it's during an argument, come on, bruh. Come on. For real now. Because who really, if you arguing with somebody, you know what I'm saying, is really going to shut the F up and let somebody just, talk to them crazy. Let's be realistic. Nobody in this chat is going to do that. And if you do, I commend you, baby, because I have not reached that level of maturity yet where I'm willing to just sit there and let you just go in on me and not say nothing and let you have the upper hand. I have not. I'll be the first one to admit it. I have not reached that level of maturity yet. One day I do strive to reach that level of maturity, but I'm not there yet. But let's be realistic. Like I said, who in any situation, especially when you guys are going at it, is going to let somebody sit there and just talk to them crazy? Nobody. So fellas, y'all got to explain this to me. I'm just saying, auntie, for real. Is it only like during an argument y'all trying to say we need to shut the F up? Or when is it y'all are talking about we need to shut the F up? Because again, I understand what this young lady is talking about, why women are single, but we auntie, nobody, and I'm like, when is it y'all want us to shut the F up? Because if we're having a normal conversation, it can't be then. So the only thing that I can think about is when we're having an argument, you want us to sit there and just take it. Who doing it? Unless you, who doing it? Not this is over here. No, 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 no. Baby Barack said, y'all are predisposed to tear down the man. Gotta learn how to partner up with your man the correct way. He don't want you to shut up. Just stand down and let a good man lead. Well, what do you mean? Thank you, Baby Barack. I like this. What do you mean by stand down? Stand down what? In an argument? Meaning just, okay, you got it. Because again, I got to go back and say, Baby Barack, who is really doing that? Because I'm not going to speak for you. Are you going to do that? You know what I'm saying? Or you like, I'm the man, so you should just be quiet and listen to what I have to say. And I got to say, we all grown. Ain't nobody got children unless you got your own children around here where, I don't have the right to speak and say how I feel. Because if you got to get it off your chest, I want to get one off too. You know what I'm saying? So I just need further explanation on that. Just a clarification. If I do have any new folks, and this is what we're talking about today, a woman says a lot of women are single because they don't know how to be quiet. And I'm going to play this clip again. Sorry for my old folks on here that you got to hear it again.
A lot of y'all single because y'all don't know how to be quiet. Y'all got to go around acting like y'all the man in the relationship. And it's sickening. Especially the women who got good men that go to work, take care, and provide for their household. You got women going around saying they the head of the house. They run stuff. They the money maker. You know how dishonoring that is to your husband who take care of you, who go to work every day while you home sitting in the house? He don't want to come home to you nagging. Be quiet. No, they got to go around stating that they the head of the house. No, you're not. It's the man that rules over his wife and is supposed to be the head of the house. You know how embarrassing that is to your husband? You know how weak that make him look? That you going around saying you run stuff? For real, it's the man that rules over the house, not the woman. You know how embarrassing that is for a man, a good man? And we're not talking about these simps out here. We're talking about a real man who go to work, who value his home, who take care of his home, who provides, who maintain the house. Women, y'all supposed to be quiet and make the house a home. Y'all the head of the house. No, y'all not. It's the men. And these women better not be in the comment, I make my own money. I don't care about none of that. Let's see how long it take you to find a husband. If you keep barking up that tree, be quiet. And if you can't be quiet, I'll see you at the age of 60. You can talk then. See?
Child. So Baby Barack on my IG Live from my Twitch fam, Baby Barack says, stand down in general when tearing down the man. Stop arguing that y'all run everything. Okay, I understand the tearing down part because, again, you're right. We should not be tearing one another down. Hey, Slim, we should not be tearing one another down. So I absolutely agree with that. We should not be tearing one. I will speak for, because I'm bad with it. But baby, when I get to, I just, my mouth, yeah, it gets a little reckless, okay? So you're right. I give you that, Baby Rock. We should not be tearing you down in the midst of an argument. Auntie said, we have opinions. There is a way you say things. Thank you, Auntie. There is a way you say things, especially if you're trying to get your point across. You understand, you can't come at a person with aggression and think you're not going to get any aggression back and think I'm just supposed to be a submissive, good woman and not say anything to you. That is not fair. Because y'all know you men will punch a man in the streets for less. That's why I be like, y'all know y'all will punch a man in the street for less. So why are you talking to me like this? Classic C Gems said, blessing, thankful Thursday. Hey, Classic C Gems. Baby Rock said, exactly, Auntie. And Auntie said, I mean, if old guy is doing what he's supposed to, we have no issues. But if he's not, why can we not have a discussion? Right. Why can't you have a discussion? But I think to her point is, what some women do is they'll get on these socials or they get around their friends or their families and they'll be like, oh, he ain't this, he ain't ish, he this, he that. And meanwhile, these men are going to work every day and holding down the household, if that makes sense. I want to play the clip again. I'm sorry. I want to play it again. And this is a woman. She's talking about a lot of women are single because they don't know how to be
Y'all
quiet.
got to go around acting like y'all the man in the relationship, and it's sickening. Especially the women who got good men that go to work, take care, and provide for their household. You got women going around saying they the head of the house. They run stuff. They the money maker. You know how dishonoring that is to your husband who take care of you, who go to work every day while you home sitting in the house? He don't want to come home to you nagging. Be quiet. No, they got to go around stating that they the head of the house. No, you're not. It's the man that rules over his wife, and it's supposed to be the head of the house.
But can I be honest? I don't know too many women that are going around pounding their chest talking about, I'm the head of the household. I run this. Again, social media is not real life. So at least the circle that I have, I don't see it happening. I'm not saying it doesn't happen, but the circle that I am in, I don't see where women, because I got aunties, I got mamas, and I ain't never seen none of them going around beating their chest like, oh, I run this. I'm the head of the household. I bring it. I've never seen it. So, Mama said, what woman says they run everything unless, exactly, what woman says that they run everything unless the man is not stepping up and doing his part? Exactly what I just said. You didn't even see the comment. Baby Rock said, all black men know that you can't make a black woman shut up or do anything against her will. We expect to argue that's normal. Come on, Baby Barack. Come on, Baby Barack. You know, but it don't. I think my point that I was trying to make is it doesn't have to be an argument, going back to what Auntie was saying. If you come at a person a certain way, if you talk to a person a certain way, you can't come at somebody with aggression and think that they're just going to remain calm and not say anything to you. No, I'm going to give you the same fucking energy you just gave me. It is what it is. Bam Bam said, Dee, I've heard quite a few women say that. Have you? Again, I'm not saying that they don't say it, Bam Bam. What I am saying is the women in my circle, I got a mama, I got aunties. I've never heard them stand on Mount Rushmore and beat their chest saying, hey, I run this. I make the money. I'm the head of my house. So I never, ever. Mama's laughing at you, Baby Barack. She said, really? And Baby Barack said, I always said, don't let money define love. Money comes and goes, but having that real one is so much more valuable. Yeah, because, well, you could be broke today and up tomorrow. Or you could be up today and broke tomorrow. It just depends, you know. Again, I have no problems with my man be the head. Please make all the decisions, you know. I don't want to make no decisions. If I don't got to make no decisions, but I know. I don't be quiet when I'm supposed to be quiet, especially if we get done. No, I'm not. I don't know how. Again, I have not mastered that level of maturity where I could just sit there and take it. Because let's be real. How many of y'all would really take it if somebody else was giving it to you? Let's be real about it. You ain't taking that. You gonna be like, who is this? Yeah. Don't care if we is in a. Okay then. Hold on 1 second, y'all. Let me give out these tickets. Legends of Laughter is in the city this weekend, and I got your chance to go by texting the keyword laughter. That's LAUGHTER to 205-741-0987. It's 98.7 KISS. Hold on, we got some comments. Mr. Austin said, my late grandma, I always said, you don't have to scream at anyone, but if you talk so softly, everyone will listen. Child, sometimes talking softly, I hear you, Mr. Awesome. Sometimes you got to put an octave. You got to raise the octave in your voice because some folks don't understand that soft talk. They think you're weak when you talk soft. So sometimes you got to put a little bass in your voice. You get what I'm saying, but I get what you're saying, though. You can, what is that saying? You can get more by, I don't know, the saying. You get more anyway, I can't remember the saying, but somebody will help me out. I know. Hold on, I want to turn this down and make sure we don't get flagged. Baby Rock said, I've never been told that even when they make more, it's all about the person you with, though, and the way they handle it. Yeah, again, I got aunties. I never again saw my mom or my auntie go around beating their chest, talk about, oh, I'm the head of the household. And even if, you know what I'm saying, I don't know my auntie situation, and even if, you know, mama, if I don't think mama will do that. Because I don't, again, mama, I ain't gonna speak for you. Mama just, in my opinion, does not seem like that type of person that would do anything like that. Like, oh, well, I make more money than you, so I'm the head of the household. And somebody wrote on here that read the Bible. It tells y'all what the deal. But folk out here claiming this and that. Read the good book for your open before you open your mouth. Classic C Jim said, Kane, thank you. You can get more bees with honey. Thank you. Couldn't remember the saying. You can get more bees with honey. That's what they say. But, like I said, sometimes you got to put a little bass in your voice. Baby Barack said, you can catch more. Okay, yes, you can catch more flies with honey rather than vinegar. Oh, people. Yeah, I couldn't remember it. Thank you. You can get more bees with honey or you catch more flies with honey. However the saying goes. So I get what Mr. Awesome is talking about. You know what I'm saying? As far as, but sometimes folks can test your kindness, and baby, that's where you got to let them know. I am not the one to play with. And I'm just talking in general. All right, let's rewind. I have some new folks on here, and I want to touch on this topic. So a woman says a lot of women are single because they don't know how to be quiet. And then I'll play this clip for you for the new folks who have not heard it yet. Here we go.
Yeah, right now, a lot of y'all single because y'all don't know how to be quiet. Y'all got to go around acting like y'all the man in the relationship, and it's sickening. Especially the women who got good men that go to work, take care, and provide for their household. You got women going around saying they the head of the house. They run stuff. They the money maker. You know how dishonoring that is to your husband who take care of you, who go to work every day while you home sitting in the house? He don't want to come home to you nagging. Be quiet. No, they got to go around stating that they the head of the house. No, you're not. It's the man that rules over his wife and is supposed to be the head of the house. You know how embarrassing that is to your husband? You know how weak that make him look? That you going around saying you run stuff? For real, it's the man that rules over the house, not the woman. You know how embarrassing that is for a man, a good man? And we're not talking about these simps out here. We're talking about a real man who go to work, who value his home, who take care of his home, who provide, who protect, who build, who maintain the house. Women, y'all supposed to be quiet and make the house a home. Y'all the head of the house. No, y'all not. Men. And when these women better not be in the comment, I make my own money. I don't care about none of that. Let's see how long it take you to find a husband. If you keep barking up that tree, be quiet. And if you can't be quiet, I'll see you at the age of 60. You can talk then. See how you doing and how many cats you got.
That is just so wrong. Because what is wrong with the cats? Twin said, amen. Speak, you like that, Twin? So I'm already assuming that you already agree with everything that she is saying, Chad. Twin, you agree with that right there, huh? He said facts. Okay, nothing else needs to be said. Say less. He said, listen, like I said, ladies, and I have mama and auntie answer, but ladies, y'all been quiet about this topic right here. You either agree, you disagree. And mama and auntie like, you know what I'm saying? I agree to an extent. But I want to go again back to what mama was saying. What if you have a man that doesn't want to lead? Then what? What if you have a man that does not want to lead? Then what? What if he's okay with you being the leader? He don't want that responsibility. You know? Then what? I'll wait for my man because I can't wait to hear what y'all got to say about this one. You know, what if he don't want to be a leader? What if he's not a good leader? Some people are not born leaders. You know? Some of y'all, yeah. Babe Brock says she's right. You would be mad at her if your man went around and told everyone how sorry his wife is. Think about it. Nobody wants to be torn down. He can say whatever he wants to behind my back, but better not get back to me. No, let me stop. Better not get back to me. Twin said that's a boy, and he haven't put his child's way. Okay, thank you for that, Twin. Twin said that's a boy, and he hasn't put his childish ways behind him. Because I guess you're trying to say, twin, any real man is going to be wanting to be the leader of his household. Again, she has some very valid points on what she is saying. Again, I have not experienced this firsthand where I'm seeing women, because I know there's some men on here saying that women always are putting men down. But when are women doing this? Are they doing this blatantly, putting men down? Like, is this a blatant thing, or is this happening when you guys are arguing? You know what I'm saying? Because if this is a thing that she's doing, then what is that considered? That's considered to be emotional abuse. And why would you even want to be in that relationship? I'm just saying. If you're dealing with a woman who is consistently every day putting you down, is that not considered emotional abuse? And then I got to ask you, why are you dealing with that woman anyway? Why are you dealing with somebody that would want to put you down? Now, arguments do happen, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying, some things do get said in arguments, some things you mean, and then some things you don't mean. So I'm not saying that because, yeah, in an argument, you on defense mode. So you going to say some, and I ain't going to sit here and hold you. Didi Parker is one of them, baby. If you come for me, I'm going straight to hell with you. I don't care what I say. The object is to hurt your feelings. Absolutely right. In an argument. But on some regular, I would never, ever. I'm sorry, I thought somebody was coming in. Twins say a lot of women want control instead of accountability. Why you say that, twin? They want control instead of accountability. Couldn't say the word. Hey, winner. Babe Rock said, mama, then you send his sorry ass back to his mama's. A man that doesn't know how to lead should be alone or suffer the consequences. But unfortunately, Baby Brock, you have hey, winner, I'm going to tell you what we're talking about in a second. Unfortunately, you know what I'm saying? You have a lot of men out here, I don't even want to put money in, who feel like they qualify to be leaders and can't lead a damn thing. I'm just saying, not a lot, but there are some men that feel like they're qualified to be leaders, but what are you leading? Winner, we're talking about a woman says a lot of women are single because they don't know how to be quiet. And again, I got to go back and be quiet when? You know what I'm saying? Be quiet when? When you're telling me a story? When you're venting about your day? Or is it you just want me to be quiet during an argument and just take whatever you dishing out? Because, baby, that is unrealistic. I'm just saying. It's unrealistic to sit here and say, okay, you want a woman to be quiet. But meanwhile, you over here cussing her out, fussing her out, and she can't say nothing? Where do they do that at? Oh, wait. Where do they do that at? Because I don't know nowhere on planet Earth they do that at. And maybe other races of women know how to do that. Again, Didi Baka has not mastered that level of maturity yet. One day I will get there. I don't know how. And with nobody. To sit there and let somebody just talk to me any kind of way and I'm not going to say anything back, especially during an argument. And one thing you'll learn about me that I feel, I don't start nothing, but baby, you could call me the closer because I will finish it. Again, I told y'all, baby, you want to go low? I'm going to hell with you. Not to hell, but yeah, we're going to hell. You ain't going to like what I got to say, period. Twin said, because they just want to use money to lead, instead allowing the man to lead under the covenant of God. And going back to what this comment said, read the Bible, it tells you what the deal. But folks out here claiming this and that, read the good book before you open your mouths. And I am a believer of the good book, and I am a believer that the man is supposed to be the head. I believe that. Again, lead me. Just don't lead me down a road of destruction, okay? Lead me, but just not down a road of destruction. You know what I'm saying? Twin said, amen. Yeah, lead me. I try to play the role. I'll try to be submissive. I ain't gonna sit here and say I'm always submissive. Boyfriend will tell you. I ain't always. He'll probably tell you I'm never submissive. I don't know. Bam, bam. He may or may not. But I do believe that the man should be the leader, you know. But ladies, let me ask you a question. Are you following this man if he makes less money than you? I got to ask you this question. Are you following this man if he makes less money than you? You know, is the man still considered the leader of the household, even though, and I know, Twin, you're probably going to say money has nothing to do with it, even though he may not make, but for some folks, money does have everything to do with it. Even though he doesn't make as much money as you, do you still consider that man to be, you know, the head of the household? Babe Brock said, men got to be real and know who they are. A leader, follower, or taker. We're easy to figure out. Just keep your panties up and observe, and he will reveal his true identity. That's a real statement right there, Baby Brock. A man, I mean, he's right. Leader, he's going to be a follower, or he's going to be a taker. I've met leaders, and I have met takers. I have yet to meet a follower, though. I have yet to meet a follower. Boyfriend is he's an alpha male. I have no problems with it. Love the fact that he's an alpha male. You know what I'm saying? Because then I ain't got to make the decisions. You go make the decisions on your own. I love it. Twin said facts. Winner said, ooh, chill. No, because then I'd be wrong if I dotted his I for talking to me crazy. If there's no respect, there's no winner. See ya, because I'm risking my life fooling with a fool. Twin said, we have to speak life into one another. Absolutely. But how do you handle that, Twin? When you and your significant other are beefing? Are you speaking life into your significant other then when y'all are beefing? Hey, Easy Cuts Winner said, nothing is guaranteed and things can change. Just because you more up than your man doesn't mean that you can't get back on he can't get back. Absolutely. And it goes back to what somebody else said on here. I'm not sure if it was Baby Barack. You know, it might be a time where you're down and he's up. It might be a time where you're up and he's down. It goes back to what Michelle Obama was talking about when her and Barack. She said, our marriage hasn't always been 50-50. It's sometimes he gives 80% and I give 20. It's sometimes I give 60 and he gives the other percentage. So marriage and relationships, yes, are about balance completely. Winner said, but my issue is the ones who have no ambition and hate on their women, any women, because they ain't got it and don't want to go out and get it. That's when they get disrespectful and you have to either cut. Yeah. Those be the loudest, don't they, Winter? The ones. And you would not believe how many, I would say, Bam Bam said, good question. How many men hate women? Especially, there are some black men that hate black women. And I don't know if they got mama issues, you know what I'm saying, sister issues. I know my brother, and I will never forget, and mama, you probably don't remember the story. My brother told me he don't want to date black girls because he was like, oh, you and your attitude is the reason why I don't date black girls. I was like, damn, what I do? So yeah. Anyway, Winner said the relationship or keep your distance. Okay. Twin said, when my woman and I beefing, I get on these knees and pray with her. Oh, that's different. I didn't try that, Twin. Maybe I need to try that, child. Or pray, period, because, child, all I see is red. I ain't even gonna hold you. All I see is red, child. But that's something different. Praying. You know, Winner said, money absolutely doesn't define love. I've dated rich, poor, and in between. How was that experience dating rich, Winner? Did you get whatever you wanted? Did he say, you can have whatever you like? I'm just saying, I'm just asking. What break is this? Hold on, y'all. Hold on, I got a break coming up in a second. Twin said, as long God is in the midst, he will give you peace. Absolutely. So, should you be looking for peace in your mate? Because that's what she said. The woman is supposed to be the man's peace. But what is the man supposed to be to the woman? Questions. The man is supposed to be the woman's peace, but what is the man supposed to be to the woman? Hold on, let me do this break. and then we'll get back to it. Maybe you're around me. It's going down this Saturday, More Than Conquerors Helicopter and Egg Drop. We're going to be out there from 11 to 1, Legion Field Gate J. Get all the details right now at 987kiss.com, and we'll see you out there. I don't know where I was going with that break, but yeah, okay then. I don't need him coming in here. Anyway, DJ Do It. It's been a minute. How you doing, sir? Where was I at? I can't even remember. The ones with less money treated me okay. Winter said the ones with less money treated me better. Yeah. How about that? The ones with less money. And that's why I always had, for me, I was like, I don't want. When I got in this business, I was like, I'm not dealing with no athletes. I'm not dealing with no rappers. Because I know how they move. You know what I'm saying? I work in this business, so I see it every day. Didn't I tell you? I used to see, like, my coworkers, they would be married, and then they have side chicks, and their side chicks would come up to the station, and I'd be like, oh, y'all mighty bold, because what if your wife pop up here, and the side chicks look nothing like their wives? I'd be like, oh, okay, because that's what you really wanted. You really wanted the side chick. But what you got was that, you know, and you had to settle for that until you got to where you was at. So it just amazes me. It really does amaze me to see the women that some of these folks is married to. You be like, that's your wife? That's you? That's you? Sheb said, hey, DJ Do It. Hey, DJ Do It. Want to say, you can have whatever you like as long as you be quiet and shake your head yes and not no. So yeah, you deal with that type of, it comes with. So yeah, in that case, you do got to shut up and do what they say. Stay the 1 foot in the bill. Baby Rock said, I never dated a rich woman. I wouldn't know how to act. If she handled me, I would what does that say? Cipher her funds slowly. I would cipher her funds slowly into my account and bounce when I get the number I want. You know what, DJ Do It? DJ Do It is hilarious. I'm telling Twitch about you, DJ Do It. DJ Do It is funny. DJ Do It is the one that if you ain't speaking correctly while he on the date, he's exiting stage left. He gonna leave you right there where you stand at. Winter said, that's why I work for my coins. Yeah, that's why I have always been dependent solely on me because, yeah, folks, when they know they're doing stuff for you, they like to throw it in your face. And there's nothing worse when folks want to throw in your face because they think they're doing you a favor. Chef said, maybe I need a side man. Chef, come on. DJ D said, what up, Chef? Winter said, if I got to kiss butt and be disrespected for nice stuff, I'm better off without it until I find someone genuine for him, not for what he has. Absolutely. I'm with you, Chef. Because there ain't no amount of money in this world. Yeah. All right, y'all. This was a good topic. Final thoughts on this one here. Did I have somebody? Oh, DJ Do It. Before we end this, we were talking about a woman. A lot of women are single. A woman says a lot of women are single because they don't know how to be quiet. And I'll play this one more time, and then, yeah, we'll have 2 minutes, and then we'll get off.
Especially the women who got good men that go to work, take care, and provide for their household. You got women going around saying they the head of the house. They run stuff. They the money maker. You know how dishonoring that is to your husband who take care of you, who go to work every day while you home sitting in the house? He don't want to come home to you nagging. Be quiet. No, they got to go around stating that they're the head of the house. No, you're not. It's the man that rules over his wife, and it's supposed to be the head of the house. You know how embarrassing that is to your husband? You know how weak that make him look? That you going around saying you run stuff? For real, it's the man that rules over the house, not the woman. You know how embarrassing that is for a man, a good man? And we're not talking about these simps out here. We're talking about a real man who go to work, who value his home, who take care of his home, who provide, who protect, who build, who maintain the house. Women, y'all supposed to be quiet and make the house a home. Y'all the head of the house. No, y'all not. It's the men. And these women better not be in the comment. I don't care about none of that. Let's see how long it take you to find a husband. If you keep barking up that tree, be quiet. And if you can't be quiet, I'll see you at the age of 60. You can talk then. See?
What about a nagging man? Do y'all like to always say the woman is nagging? But what if you got a nagging man? Because some of you men be nagging too now. Let's not do that. Some of y'all be nagging. And some of y'all, I be like, shut up. You always nagging. Not my bad, but I'm just saying. Yeah. What about for the nagging men out there? Let's keep it 100 today. Because some of y'all be nagging too now. Baby Brock said, that's me. Not do it. I hit and ditch scheme on them first. No. Twin said, money come and go, but relationships doesn't. Yes, money does come and money does go. And like I said, sometimes you may be up and then sometimes he may be up. And that's why I love Michelle Obama. I love her realness. Michelle is keeping a beam with y'all, okay? She said, what divorce? Because y'all over here talk about she getting divorced. She ain't going nowhere. Barack ain't going nowhere, okay? She said she didn't want to go to the events because she didn't want to go. Now, leave her alone. I'm with her. She ain't got to go to every event no more. She ain't even the first lady. Leave Michelle alone. Okay, I'm done. Worrying about where Michelle is. Michelle is in her skin, minding her business. Winner said money is great because it brings comfort and certainty, but if that's all that moves you, you'll do anything. There's a lot of folks that are out here that will do anything for that check. Winner said, I see people in relationships and everything looks amazing, like damn. And DJ Dewitt said, woo, she went off. Good points, DJ Dewitt. I'm just saying, Bam Bam, leave Michelle alone. She in her skin, minding her damn business, and y'all worried about her. She said, I'm enjoying, okay, being out of that damn White House. Y'all can have all of that. Winner said, I'm trying to see with WHT, that's like, what the hell that's like, but beyond closed doors and just in general, sometimes it don't be what it's cracked up to be. I would say relationships are what you make of them, you know what I'm saying? You have the good, you have the bad. You have the good and you have the bad. I always tell folks, it's all about what you are willing to deal with in a relationship, you know? Because like I sit here and I say to y'all, for some folks, cheating is not a deal breaker. It's not. For me, it is. The moment you cheat, you gotta go. But for some folks, cheating is not a deal breaker. And like me and Mama always have our conversations, it's all about what you are willing to put up with. You know what I'm saying? And you know your tolerance level. I don't. I know what mine is. You know what yours is. Winner said, I had a friend at the time. His girlfriend was making $30K more than him. He has a good job and hold on, I'm sorry, I was looking at my break. And he was making triple. He started taking care of her, put her in a house, new car, school, and he lost his job. Oh wow, that sucks. But like I said, you have your good moments and you have your bad moments. So Twin said, I need that link to that lady speaking. Twin, I will send it to you. Just send me a DM and I got you. I'll send it to you after we get off here. Winner said she left his ass quicker than the office at, oh, wow. Well, I don't know what that relationship was built on. But like I said, in a relationship, you know, I'll take it from Michelle Obama. She said, you know, it was times where Barack was given 80 and she was given 20. It was times that she was given 60 and Barack was given a rest. So again, relationships are about balance. But fellas, I ain't hear you say nothing about no nagging man. I like how we skip past that part. You nagging men out there. Aha. All right. Final thoughts and let's wrap this up. Final thoughts. And then we'll be done for today. Thank you for everybody that was on Twitch. We got to get that up. If you have not followed me on Twitch, please make sure you follow me on Twitch. Same thing. I am Dee Parker on Twitch. I am Dee Parker. And, you know, Twitch is going to be more, you know, IG, I could do certain things, but I can't do that I can do on Twitch, if that makes sense. So, yeah, well, make sure you follow me on Twitch as well. Winner said, money. Twin said, if he nagging, he is a suspect. Twin said, if he's nagging, he is a suspect of the DL. Oh, wow. Winner said, respect me, show me love, encourage me, and we can bubble together. Absolutely. We could cook. Final thoughts. I love this conversation today. Great combo. Bam Bam said men don't nag. Now, Bam Bam, you know that ain't the truth. Some of y'all be nagging more than the women. Yeah. Come on now. Let's not do that. Final thoughts. Going once. Going twice. Twin said, hey, men will communicate, not nag. I don't know. Some of y'all be nagging. I've met some nagging men. And I talk about boy, but I have met some of you, and y'all have been naggers. I was like, oh my gosh. I wanted to say, shut up. That's how bad it was. Baby Rock said, final thoughts, real love don't cost a thing. A nagging man is a woman. No such thing. Okay, y'all messed that. Ain't no such thing. We might have to talk about this. Winter said, this is me era. What can you do for me era, male and female? And yes, these men do be DL. You better use protection and do background checks. Hey. All right, so for okay. Yeah, I need to get my Twitch channel up. Bam Bam. I'll follow you. I got to figure it out. DJ Dewitt said, I'm nagging about the Twitch chat. What you nagging about the Twitch chat? DJ Dewitt, just do what you're supposed to do. Yeah. But all right, so no, there will be no live on IG tomorrow or Twitch. But I might do something on Twitch. Anyway, just follow me on Twitch. I am DeDe Parker. I am DeDe Parker. All right, love y'all for y'all. See you Monday if I don't see ya. 12:15, 1:15 Central. Bye. Hold on, Bam Bam. I'm going to follow you. I'm not getting off quite yet with y'all. Hold on, because I got to do this break really quickly. You remember rapper Young Thug? Not Young Thug. You remember rapper Young Buck from G-Unit? Well, he got arrested, child. I got the deets coming up in 7 minutes. It's 98.7 Kiss. Not Young Thug. How did I get that wrong? All right, Bam Bam, I'm about to follow you right now. And I got to follow some other folks, too. I'm so new to this. All right. So I appreciate you guys. Again, this Twitch is going to be like for my streams because I'm trying to do the streaming thing. So this will be dedicated for my streams and other stuff and things that me and boyfriend do. It's kind of like a behind the scenes because I can't put everything on IG, but I can put stuff on here, which is a great thing. So thank you guys. Love y'all for y'all. Again, make sure you follow me. Because this weekend, I'm active. All right, bye.